Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever this reading comes across your feed. I hope it finds you well. This is going to be the reading for the full moon in Virgo. That will be March 3rd. The energy I'm reading for is going to be Taurus. It does not have to be your sun, moon, rising, or Venus. We embody all 12 signs of the zodiac. I'm trying to get more folks to understand that when they are on YouTube watching readings, especially collective. They'll tell you it's for, Taurus, which is the energy I'm going to be reading for. But everybody gets confused and they think it's just their sun, moon, rising, or Venus. Nope. Not when it's collective. It is not a perfect science. So it can, relate to you because you have Taurus in one of your houses, okay? So let me step back here a little bit and tell you just a smidge about the full moon in Virgo. I did do a reading on it. It was an introduction. It's still a new channel, so it's going to be very easy for you to find. If you care to go into it, to look at it and understand why I'm saying, even if you don't have any Taurus placements, it could very well resonate with you. So the full moon in Virgo is focusing on details, and it's to improve, right? So we want to improve health, relationships, careers, finances, personal growth, and spirituality. Virgo energy is very much about striving for balance when there's chaos. So we could be having some chaos going on in any part of our life, which is the houses of the zodiac. And so it's time to reflect, organize, and try and get some balance where there could be some chaos in any of the houses. So specifically for Taurus energy, Taurus energy could be wanting to refine creative, artistic expressions, maybe bringing some order to hobbies that you partake in, just maybe organizing it, getting it more detailed for yourself. It can also be about relationships. So this can be with children. It can be with romantic partners. There could be an honest conversation that might need to be had when it comes to romantic partners or children. Could actually be really, they say that, but it could be any kind of partnership that you have where just an honest conversation might need to be had. So maybe that's going to come out for you. All right. So what I'm going to do is we're going to pull the astrology dice. Sorry if you hear my dog. He's downstairs. He's yelling at somebody. He's having an honest conversation with somebody. I don't know who, but he's having it. So if you hear him, my apologies. All right. He's uncontrollable. So let's find out, what house are we dealing with for Taurus energy, please, for the full moon in Virgo. What house, please? Spirit, angels, ancestor guides. And I hope you're doing well. And also, welcome in. This is Intuitive Moon 1111 Tarot. It is a new channel. I have been on another channel for a few years. I have over 1,700 videos between shorts and actual long form content. It is Intuitive Dreams 1111 Tarot. So you are more than welcome to check out that channel as well. Okay. Whew. What do we have? Taurus energy, full moon, Virgo. We've got the 5th house. Ha! There's your children. Leisure, dating, and creativity. Yes. So, thank you, Spirit. That's perfect. So, You know, fifth house is a combination of the dating. So like I said, could be a romantic partner. Creativity is the hobbies. You know, you could be wanting to bring some organization to those hobbies. Or maybe you just need to have a chitty chat with your children. I don't know. So let's get 3 cards, please. Past, present, and future for Taurus energy, 5th house. What do we got going on here? Let's narrow this down. What's going on in this 5th house for our Taurus energy? Whoops. Past, present, and future. Fifth house. What do we got? Past, present, future. 5th house. Oh, quick. All right, past. Well, we've got the Ten of Swords in reverse. Huh. Too many. Okay. Present, we've got the Magician. All right, it's pretty good. Too many. Nope. Future, please. Too many, but I'll take the top one. There's 3. Nope. Spirit says take all 3. Okay. So 3 of Cups in the future with Judgment and 2 of Cups. That's the partnership. Okay. So this looks like we're going to be talking about maybe an honest conversation when it comes to a partner. So in the past, with the Ten of Swords, so there was so there's maybe a pretty bad ending. Something happened that wasn't very good, but you know, it can't get any worse than the Ten of Swords in reverse. You know, at this point, it must have been so bad that it's like, well, I've hit rock bottom. We can only go up from here, right? Okay. All right. So I'll be doing some clarifications, but let's kind of move on and kind of get through a little bit of this. Let me take a quick sip. So in the present moment, you got the Magician. Okay. Well, you got all the tools you need. The Magician is communication, because the Magician is connected to Mercury. Now, so we are coming up on Mercury retrograde in Pisces. Now, we've been in the pre-shadow since February 11th, but it officially doesn't start until February 26th. But pre-shadow, I mean, you can still have people coming back from the past to have conversations, to clear out any, emotional baggage, so to speak. And that could be coming into play for you. It could be a combination of the retrograde and the full moon, because the retrograde starts before the full moon. The full moon is, like I said, it's not until March 3rd. But we are connected to the sign, the planet Mercury. So this could be you, actually. It could be you wanting to go ahead and have that conversation with somebody that you had an ending with, okay, or it was pretty hurtful. And now it's, okay, well, maybe you want to go back and clear your energy. So if you've had a really bad ending, sometimes it is best to go back maybe to that person. And I'm not saying to shake hands, kiss, hug, and make up, but it is a good idea to, have a truce, even if you feel like something wasn't your fault, it could have been, this hurtful ending could have been you. It doesn't have to be, but you could be thinking, hey, maybe I want to go back and I want to, clear out the energy and say, look, sorry that things were such a bad ending. I didn't mean for things to go like that. I'm sorry they did. And I hope all's well, and just wanted to say that and, move on. And then things, start looking up for yourself, right? So it could be you, it could be them coming back your way. Because in the future, with the Three of Cups, Judgment, and the Two of Cups, Three of Cups is about collaborating, coming back together. It means multiple things, but in this situation, it looks like in the future, that would be, you and this person, whoever this connection was to you. It could have been somebody you were married to. It could have been somebody you were dating. Could have been just a hookup. Could have been a friend. Could be any kind of connection. Two of Cups is anybody that we are connected with. And it's however you define that connection, right? It could be situationship. Could be, you know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying. And then with the Judgment, it's, well, let's take a look at this situation and let's kind of forgive what happened, whether it's you forgiving or, you forgiving yourself for what happened, even if this wasn't your fault. Regardless, it does look like we got to take a look at this and we got to come together maybe and clear it out. And who knows? I mean, I'll start clarifying, but this could look like maybe even, something you want to bring back from the dead. I don't know. I don't know why I said that, but because Ten of Swords in the reverse is usually it's kind of kaput, right? But some people do want to try and have a truce and maybe come together and come back together in harmony. Until I do some clarifications, let's see. Taurus energy is pretty stubborn. So if you do make a decision to either clear the energy or possibly have a do-over in this relationship, situationship, partnership, whatever it means to you, if you make that decision, that's a decision you're dead set on. There's no changing that. That I do know. So, let's go to this Ten of Swords in reverse. Oh, wow. Okay. So we've got the Three of Swords in reverse. Seven of Pentacles. Five of Swords. Yeah. Well, there was a lot of investment in this connection, but at the same time, there could have been a lot of mind games played. Now, I don't know if that was you. I don't know if that was your person. Heck, it could have been the both of you. But there was a lot of hard work put in. You know, you both really invested, but, you know, somebody felt like they needed to get over on somebody. And they may have, you know, done it psychologically. We have a lot of swords, right? You got the Ten of Swords, you got the Three of Swords, you've got the Five of Swords. But in between the Three of Swords and the Five of Swords, we've got some Pentacles. So there was some time put in, for sure. Yeah, this, I mean, it could have been a friend, you know, maybe you two were investing in something together. It could very well have been a love partner too. Like I said, that's, you know, you can take that as it resonates, but there was some time, you know, let's say at least you've known each other at least 7 years, right? At least. And there were some games played. And if, you know, before I jump ahead, let's look at the Magician. Don't shoot the messenger, but I gotta say it. I am so sorry. You know, but you're gonna realize when it comes to tarot, we are here for a reason, and that is to honestly tell you the truth of what we're hearing and what hits and downloads we receive and what the cards are telling us, right? And we're not the most popular because we're not the ones that are telling you that somebody's coming back and loving you. Those channels get so many views, and I'm sorry, but they are misleading you and not helping you. All right, so that was my little honest heart-to-heart with you. All right, just as a collective. Taurus, I feel like you're trying to gain the willpower to reconnect with this person and apologize. I feel like it's you. So you may have tried to play, you know, games with this person. And you're now realizing you need to come forward. Tell me about the Magician. Moon in the reverse. Yeah, that feels a lot like a truth needs to come out. And possibly around this full moon with the moon. And don't forget, the moon is Pisces energy. It's Cancer energy as well, but it's Pisces energy. And so this Mercury retrograde is in the sign of Pisces. And remember I told you I kind of felt like this was two-toned. What else? Justice. Two majors. Clarifying a major. Page of Pentacles. Yeah. So in the current moment, I think, now you take it as it resonates. I just feel like I'm talking to somebody. Now remember, Taurus energy. So it doesn't mean I'm specifically talking to a Taurus sun, moon, rising, or Venus, right? You don't know, right? So if you in your heart, even though I'm talking to you and you feel in your heart, no, this is not me. I didn't play any games. I don't need to come forward. I don't need to make something right that was wronged. Trust that. You have to use your discernment when you're watching these readings, okay? I'm talking to somebody for sure that needs to come forward, and they need to have an honest conversation about an injustice here. Okay? The Five of Swords, like I said, is, getting over on somebody. Three of Swords in the reverse can be psychological manipulation. But there was an injustice here, and somebody's feeling they need to come forward. And I think this Mercury retrograde in Pisces is what it's doing. It's taking us back in time a little bit, slowing us down, and making us feel intuitively, not logically, intuitively, what's right and what would be wrong. And I feel if this retrograde wasn't happening, you would be logically like, just gonna let it go. Just letting it go. But this retrograde's hitting internally. And something might be going on that's not going so well. There might be a little bit of guilt hitting. And so somebody needs to come forward with the truth. And in the future, it's like I said, hey, can we have a truce coming together? So we've got, like I said, Pisces, Libra, Gemini, Scorpio. That's the main energy. So any of these signs could be involved, doesn't have to be. Cause and effect could be coming into play. So it's kind of like somebody might be paying a little karma right now. Maybe they're realizing it. And they know they need to come forward to clear the conscious, right? And somebody's trying to gain the willpower to do that. All right, so let's tell me about the Three of Cups here. Real quick, I am hearing that whoever needs to come forward about a truth is they took advantage of somebody. And that's where I was saying the psychological manipulation was coming into play. And this was going on for some time. Now, could be romantic, could be work. You take that as it resonates. All right, Three of Cups, this coming together. Four of Swords, Ten of Cups. Three of Wands in reverse. It's been on your mind for sure. You may not have had manifestations coming through. You may have felt really stuck. It would make you happy to be able to come forward and connect with this person again. To have a conversation about what had happened. It would bring peace to you or whoever needs to come forward. You take that as it resonates. There has been challenges. With some manifestations, right? Moving forward. Maybe you haven't been able to move forward with feeling completely happy. Since there's been a break between you and this person. Facing challenges. You are hoping that this, you'll be able to harmonize. Okay, hoping that if you were to connect, it would be happy. It wouldn't be anything that was like it was in the past. Ace of Swords in reverse. Yeah, somebody was hostile, caused a lot of confusion. Sharp words. Like I said, the Five of Swords can get whatever is said, whatever words are said. Let me just give you an example. Telling somebody you're not good enough. Nobody's ever going to want you. Look at you. You're a big pain in the butt. You don't cook well. You don't whatever. You get what I'm saying? It's putting somebody down, getting in their head, psychologically messing with their head. Somebody did that here. Alrighty. Little sharp. Okay. Judgment. Okay, we've got the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. The Knight of Pentacles. Somebody's financial flow stopped. Somebody's missed out on some financials. They stopped the Knight of Swords. It's like now they want to rush in, or you want to rush in. I can't say who this is for. Somebody wants to rush in because the karmic justice that's playing out for the games that were played, karma's turned around on this person. So their financials have slowed down. They're not doing as well financially. Now they want to rush in. I don't know if this is being done for the right reasons. It's one thing to come in and say, look, I'm really sorry about what had happened. I was XYZ. I was this, this, and this. I wasn't in my right mind back then. And I sincerely apologize for everything I've done. But this looks like they want to rush in and apologize to save themselves from karma, is what it looks like. Karma's already coming into play on this person. Tell me about the Two of Cups. So I'm not overly thrilled about this. Like I said, it's one thing to come in and just be like, look, I know I was a XYZ. All right, I know this. And I'm facing the karma for it. So I just want you to know I realize what I did and I apologize. Somebody here, Page of Wands. Somebody here is doing it for the wrong reasons. Page of Swords. Look, with two pages, young. Somebody's watching the other person. Really immature. This could be somebody that's younger. We got the Fool in the reverse. Reckless. A distraction. Yeah, it's not coming to clear the chaos. It's coming because I'm in chaos. And I'm still dragging my chaos towards you, or you towards them. You take that as it resonates. You know, the Fool in reverse is not necessarily about a new beginning, right? It's not about, you know, it's just somebody, I'm not overly thrilled with this. It's reckless. They're reckless. Somebody here's still reckless. They're spinning out of control because they're losing financials. They're paying karma for what they've done. They should be speaking the truth, but really all it is they know the truth and they're just trying to clear out their karmic debt as quickly as possible. So it's not genuine. It's just, oh, I heard if I, come back in and I, apologize and do everything I'm supposed to do and, try to correct my wrongs, then my karmic debt's cleared. No. No, somebody's going to be racking up more karma over this because they're being foolish. They're rushing in. 2 pages with the Fool in reverse? Somebody still has lessons to learn here. All right. What is the shadow here? Let's just get into this. What's the shadow? This is just desperateness because they're feeling karmic justice from the universe. But that's debt they need to pay. Shadow, please. Huh. Betrayal's scar. Yeah. Forgiveness is not about conditioning. It's about releasing yourself from the burden of the pain. This person's trying to condition the forgiveness. There's a condition to it. I'm sorry, but it's really just because I'm spinning out of control. I was a manipulative person. You know, I don't know if this person took anything from you, or if they just, you know, if this was collaboration business and they did something, you know, behind your back that caused a complete ending. You know, did they take anything from you financially? You know, and then like had sharp words with the Ace of Swords in reverse, cut you down, all while they did something, whether that's you or whoever I'm talking to. Somebody did something. And now it's, you know, oh man. Yeah, betrayal's scar. That's why the Ten of Swords is in reverse. It's done. You know, you can only get better, or things can only get better from here on. But for each of you separately. Not because somebody wants to come in with a forgiveness because there's a condition attached to it. So I don't know if this is you that I'm talking to, Taurus, or if this is somebody coming towards you. Aries energy. You know, like I said, Gemini, Pisces, Libra. Scorpio. Let's roll some signs. What other signs could we be dealing with? Okay, there's Taurus. So the other person could have strong Taurus in their chart. And that's why I'm saying it can, you know, I don't know who I'm talking to, right? There could be a cross watcher watching this for all I know, you know. So I don't want you, if you know you didn't do anything, or if you didn't have any sharp words in manipulating anybody, then please don't take it. Just know it's somebody coming back towards you. Pisces energy. And Pisces came out with the moon. Virgo energy. Gemini. So, I mean, it can be any sign, but those are just some other additional signs to give you an idea of, you know, and those could be you. Those could be your sun signs. You know what I mean? And this is just in a house of yours. Taurus is a house where somebody, you know, wants to come back and clean up karmic debt, but there's a condition to it rather than them honestly coming in and apologizing. You know, and let's release ourselves from the burden of the pain. You know, somebody betrayed somebody. And they should be coming forward and being honest about it. But instead, it's only to benefit themselves because they're missing out on money. Right? So now it's, you know, frantic. Oh my gosh, I need to come in and kind of make things, you know, cleaned up real quick. It's, you know, it's a lot like something spilling on the floor and it's sticky, whatever, like Kool-Aid or Coke or something like that. It spills and you just take a Scott towel and you just wipe it up. You're not really cleaning up the consistency of it. I mean, you're getting up the wetness, but you need something to actually clean. And this person's coming in with a Scott towel and they're patting down, getting rid of just the wetness. They're not coming in and cleaning the slate. Honestly. I hope this was helpful. I'm sorry I got a little heated on this one. I don't like where there's manipulation and then you say you want to come back because, you feel with judgment that you're being called. You need to come in and have a real truth, but you're not really doing it. It's frustrating. So I don't know who this resonates with. Regardless, I hope it helps and I hope it finds you well. I hope you're able to get past whatever this is. Just know whatever how, end of the stick you're on this one. If you're on the receiving end and somebody's done something to you and they come towards you, I only hope you know to not let them back in because they're not doing it for the right reasons. They have karma they have to pay. Let them pay it. Until they want to come in correctly, let them pay it. Okay? I love you. I hope this was helpful. If it resonates and you feel this belongs to somebody else, please share, comment, subscribe. I'm trying to grow the channel. And until the next reading or the next full moon, because I do the full moon readings, I will talk to you soon.